Hello everybody, welcome back to the Wheels on Wheels YouTube channel, and today we have a very exciting video because just off camera here we have my new project vehicle, which happens to be one of the most undesirable cars of the last 25 years. And no, I'm not talking about this very fetching green Ford Cougar. I'm in fact talking about what lays beneath this car cover here. As you might be able to tell by the condition of this car's cover, it was parked here 5 years ago and it hasn't turned a wheel since. So we're here today to remove its cover, see if we can get it back on the road and hopefully have some fun with it. But before I do that, I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to guess what's under this cover, and I'm going to give you a couple of clues. So the first clue is it's a truncated version of what is a very popular German car platform. And the second clue I'll give you is it's probably the most undesirable car from this car manufacturer in the last 30 years or so. Any guesses? Put them down in the comment section below. I will now reveal to you my new car project. And this is the first time I'm seeing it as well. And you can tell this isn't staged because I can't get the cover off, but it is, of course, an E46 BMW compact, specifically the 316 Ti.
The BMW E46 3 Series Compact, produced from 2001 to 2004, was the precursor to the ever-popular 1 Series. It's based on the regular E46, but incorporated a shorter wheelbase and sharper steering due to its much faster ratio steering rack. On paper, this was a great recipe, however, due to its awkward styling and perceived budget BMW image, it wasn't received particularly well.
So you may be wondering why I've bought this. And there's two main reasons really. One is it has a very interesting history that my good friend Jack, who I bought it off of, is going to tell you all about shortly. And I'm actually involved in that history, so it is very personal to me. And the second reason is it is the perfect pile of junk for the kind of horrible atrocities that I want to do to it. Right now, my good friend Jack, please come and help me with this cover because I can't do it for some reason.
I think the trick you're missing might be the really awkward bramble clip down here that we need to undo to go in.
Right, okay.
You bear with me. There we go.
Okay.
And I'll take the bramble side, shall I?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't mind.
Blimey. It has been a while since I've seen this.
Yeah, it's been a very long time since I've seen it as well. So, as we were saying, I am involved in this car's history, so I have seen this car before. I have been involved in it, and it is, well, yeah, a lot more than 5 years since I've seen it last, and I don't remember it being this bad, if I'm honest, but oh well, but I've bought it now, so.
I might take this moment to tell you all that you're going to see some horrible things on this car. Not limited to the Stanley knife marks right down the front of the bonnet. Many bits like this which were nothing to do with me. If anything, I've only made it
somewhat better.
slightly nicer to look at. I had to pause there because
you had to consider your wording for that one. So as I've already said, Jack and I have a lot of history with this car. So Jack, do you want to tell us a bit more about that?
Well, as you know, Kyle, I still consider this to be my first ever car, even though technically it's not.
Yeah, yeah.
The body, beautiful orange body, the two of us collected together from the Isle of Wight.
Yes.
From a very unusual bloke.
Yes. Two trips we had to take.
Yes. As you reminded me earlier, he stood us up the first time.
Yes.
We'd gone right down to the port.
Yep.
And had to turn back.
Had to turn back. He hadn't gave us his address on the Isle of Wight, and we didn't realise that. But when we got there, we realised, and we couldn't get in touch with him, could we?
I think if I recall correctly, I was concerned at that point that that was something to do with the fact that I had won it at the starting bid price on eBay.
Yes, which was like 500 quid,
something like that.
Yeah.
Not a lot of money.
Yeah, and he didn't want to sell it for that, understandably.
No, I mean, it was riddled with mechanical issues at that point, so I bought it very much for the body. And although it doesn't look the most attractive with the badly colour mismatched bumper, and at the time we had speed strips down the front.
Oh, the racing stripes, yeah.
Massive wing bolted through the boot.
Oh, there's holes in the boot. Yeah, yeah. And it wasn't even straight from memory.
But the idea was, having come from the Isle of Wight, it was relatively rust-free.
Yeah.
The body, you know, if you forget about or if you imagine it after some paint or vinyl wrap and some filler, had potential.
Yeah.
And I had another E46 compact which was mechanically sound after Kyle and I laboured for months and months on that engine.
Yeah.
And I figured out of the two, I could make a Frankenstein E46 that would do me well.
Yeah, and that engine had, well, this engine is in here now. It had timing chains, Vanos,
every single Vanos component.
Or Vanos components in general, yeah, the cam gears, the
in
Vanos
fact,
gears themselves.
I think we rebuilt the engine 3 or 4 times in the old car.
Yep.
Then, of course, removed it, had it in the garage over there for a month or two, and almost completely rebuilt it there. You know, it's had everything that you could possibly hope to do, really. It's almost brand new.
I think we replaced, or you've replaced, I should say, every single sensor on the engine. Literally every single sensor.
Best bit is, it still runs terribly.
Yeah, or potentially not at all, which we'll find out today.
Well, it still ran terribly. I mean, to be clear, it drove quite well.
Oh, okay.
There were no error codes. It idled nicely.
Yeah.
It was just very, very, well, it felt like it underperformed very much.
Yeah, which is surprising considering it underperformed off the factory floor. So,
yes.
Yeah, I think they were dog slow, weren't they?
I mean, I
awful.
Supposedly, the Vanos system is supposed to give you some kind of noticeable oomph in the higher revs.
Yeah, kind of like VTEC, sort of.
Sure, but I could never really feel the difference.
No.
So whether that's working or not, only time will tell.
Yeah, I don't think so.
When I last had this cover off, I was removing the battery as it was relatively new to fit in another car.
Okay.
And at that point in time, it did run.
Okay.
Now, I think I've tried to start it. Well, I don't think. I know that I have tried to start it since then. I'm not sure exactly how long ago that was. But I seem to recall having an issue getting it to turn over.
So when do you know that it last ran?
5 years ago.
Right.
Or more.
Okay, then.
Last time it had an MOT.
Okay.
It was last MOT'd, and it got through that MOT quite easily.
Yeah.
The only issue they had was with the arguably excessive tints on the rear.
Yeah, I can see that.
I must have done maybe 1,000 miles, give or take, since that MOT before I realised that it really wasn't worth the effort.
That's where I come in.
Moved on to a slightly nicer vehicle to let this one rot.
Oh dear. Right. Okay. Perfect.
But yeah, she's all yours.
Yes. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
That's for you.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So how do we get in it? Let's start.
All right. Well, if memory serves me correctly, there's no key on that side. Obviously, the central locking won't work because there's no battery in it. And you're going to have a really hard time getting in through the driver's door.
Obviously, overrun with brambles.
I think my approach on the odd occasion when I've had to get inside was to crawl in through the boot.
Okay.
So if I hop back behind the camera...
Well, I'm relatively small, so
much smaller than me.
I can do that. I think, I'll volunteer myself for that job. Let's see what I can do.
I'll take us around. You'll see on the side here my gorgeous orange vinyl wrapping. I had planned to do the whole car in this colour.
Yes, I can imagine that would be a nice colour once the whole thing is wrapped. And I believe you are...
It looks a bit odd just like that, doesn't it?
It does. Am I right in saying you're throwing in the vinyl wrap very kindly?
I am. You're having a full set of beautiful sunset orange vinyl wrap, just like this.
Wow.
And a gloss black wrap for the roof. I have no better use for it.
That is very kind of you. Thank you very much. And that will be a video upcoming soon. Now, where
right. If memory serves me correctly, it's just beneath the, it's next to the handle in the bottom. I might be making that up.
Yeah, I feel very stupid, but I cannot see it. I'm not being funny.
Let's take the camera down there and see if YouTube can see it.
I'm not being funny.
I think you are right. It's me who is.
It doesn't exist.
All right. Well, how on earth did I used to get in this thing? I don't know. I guess the driver's door is the only option.
So, the path of most pain is the only path, I guess. Right. Okay.
I can get a big stick to whack some of the brambles down.
Do you reckon I can climb over the bonnet without it denting?
I'm not sure.
I don't want to do this, but I also don't want to get hurt. Oh yeah, German engineering, that's solid. Oh goodness gracious me. What have I got myself into?
I'm not sure what your plan is from here.
I don't know.
Through the sunroof?
It'll be good for the video, I suppose. this is not what I thought I'd be doing today. Have you got a stick or something to move these brambles?
Yes.
While we're waiting for Jack to get a stick to move these brambles, I'll give you a bit more context. So I actually sold Jack the first compact that he had, which is the engine, what had the engine this has got in it now. Ah, yes, here it is. Thank you.
I'll try and whack a few for you from here.
And that's what started Jack's obsession with BMWs for some reason. Am I right in saying?
Started and almost ended.
Yes. But you still like them for some reason.
My next car will be something different.
Okay.
In fact, I quite proudly drive a Volkswagen now.
Okay. Good man.
How's that?
That is bloody helpful, thank you.
I'm not quite sure how you're planning on getting in the car from that position.
Magic. I'm not being funny, but I don't think this is working. Oh, yeah,
It'd be hilarious if after all of that it's the wrong key.
The door's jammed.
Sounded like it unlocked.
It did unlock, but I think it's jammed somehow.
Quality.
Ah, there we go. Okay. Ow. Now, what do I do at this point? Open the bonnet, I assume. Because we have to get the boot open because the battery's in the boot, of course.
Yeah, so you really need to get in. There's a manual boot release from inside the boot.
You're joking.
No, I'm
okay. Just trying to rack my brain for what kind of diseases I'll get by getting in this. I'm sure there's some respiratory diseases I'll get at the very least.
Possibly. Hold your breath.
There's also lots of wildlife in here.
Wildlife?
Well, I don't know, insects. If that counts as wildlife. Way.
That's all right. They've been looking after the car.
Okay. Do you know what? Mould-wise, it's not the worst I've seen. Spider-wise, seems to be quite a few. Ow. They're actually all around my legs. All of the spider cobwebs. Manual release. Oi! There we go. That was easy enough. And just like that, it's done. It's not too bad in here, mould-wise. There's a slug trail here. Really quite a nice cobweb going on up there. But mould, pretty good.
Well, that'll be all thanks to this very clever idea I had of putting a dehumidifier thing inside.
Dehumidifier.
God, what a lovely machine. The smell takes me right back.
Brilliant. Right.
Come around the back, shall I?
Yep. Hello, welcome to the Contortionism channel. Oh, goodness. Right, okay. So, yeah, there's an empty hole where a battery should live. We have a battery from the blue van, which at this current point in time is being welded. I am welding it. So I'll go and get that battery. Oh. Okay, right. Is there likely going to be an explosion or an alarm going off if I connect this?
We'll find out.
Let's see, shall we? Right. 3, 2, 1. Oh,
There you go, there's your explosion.
could have been worse. Right. So I've heard some noises. We have power, kind of to be expected. The car's not that old. How old is it now? That's 20... It's 2001.
It was 25 years old.
It's 25 years old. Actually, a little bit older than I thought. So, yeah, she is an old
Not
girl.
that you'd be able to tell from the amazing private plate.
Oh, and of course, the amazing car that it is.
The meaning of which I would not be able to tell you.
Ah, yes. That's a very good, interesting story. The plate for this is A6 UPN, and that was the plate that came with the original black compact that I sold you as your first car. wasn't it? And the meaning of A6 UPN, nobody knows. Presumably something to do with an Audi A6 that ended up on a
Perhaps
BMW, maybe.
United Pallet Network. I don't know, but the plate soon became my identity.
Yes.
I had to take it with me onto the new car. It belongs on this car. It doesn't need moving.
Yes, I appreciate that as well. I will inherit A6 UPN and I will cherish it. Thank you very much. Right, so now what we need to do is open the bonnet, which is that on the driver's side?
It is on the driver's side, yeah.
Okay.
I suggest at this point you should possibly climb in from the passenger or from the boot.
It's locked.
Oh, of course. I mean, you might be able to trigger the central locking now if you get the key back.
Where is the key?
In the driver's door still.
Right, okay. I'll just climb back in, that's fine. Ah!
God, blimey, these doors are stiff, aren't they?
Very. Why has it not got a glove box? Oh, it's here.
I don't remember. It looks like a slug has enjoyed it.
And the B-pillar trim? Sorry, not B-pillar
That must
trim.
have been to remove the sub wiring.
Oh, okay.
The last time I was in here was to remove the sub.
Got you. Can you do something about that? Can put a new sub in it? That probably won't do that.
You don't need the sub when you've got the sweet sound of the BMW 4-cylinder petrol engine.
Oh, yeah. The worst engine ever made. Who would want to listen to anything else? Why did anybody buy 3-door cars ever? Right. Oh, so many cobwebs. This is awful.
Oh, wow, look at those lights.
Ooh!
Forgot about that.
Look at
I think there's
that.
actually some sort of module in here that has them turn on. Well, there's obviously some sort of module on here which has them turn on with the keys and follow you home lights.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, there's a trick to this. You have to ruin the grille to open it.
Good.
You have to hold it as far to the left as you can bear.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right. Good to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the benefits of having a third-party black grille.
Yes.
Obviously, it wasn't quite cut to size.
Yeah. We have at engine, as Jeremy Clarkson would say. So what do we do at this point? Check the oil level. Did these have a dipstick?
Yes.
Okay.
It's right there.
Right there.
Red.
Because I know at some point they switched to no dipstick, but that's way too early, isn't it?
This is far too early for any of that fancy technology.
Yeah. So there's oil in it. Looked quite clean, to be honest. Kept it well maintained.
It would have had a service probably with its MOT, which I expect was less than 1,000 miles ago.
Yeah, it's full on oil. I'm impressed by that. The question is, do we pour something into the cylinders? Will they be locked up because it hasn't been started in so long? That's the real question. Or do we just go for it and try and crank it?
I think we just go for it.
You think?
See what happens.
So obviously, we're not overly attached to this. Well, you're attached to this engine because of how much work has been put into it. We're not overly upset if it does break. So maybe we should just try and crank it and see what happens. Yeah, because ordinarily in this kind of thing, you'd put a bit of engine oil down the cylinders just to make sure it's all lubricated, not seized up.
We can give it a go if you want.
I'm just looking at it thinking how much work that is.
I could probably get the spark plugs accessible in about 2 minutes, having done it at least 500 times.
Yeah, okay.
In fact, I'd be surprised if a lot of this is even bolted in. Oh, it is. I'm surprised.
Okay. Tell you what, let's
What do you think
crank it.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's
at the
crank
end of the day, if the engine blows up, it will make a beautiful coffee table.
Absolutely. That's the way to look at it. Are we ready?
Wow!
No way!
And I was almost certain that last time I tried this, it didn't crank.
No way!
You must have the magic touch.
5 years, not
5
started.
years, and our home-built BMW engine, essentially in that very garage, runs.
That is incredible.
I think this would be a good moment to insert a picture of the engine hanging out.
Yes,
in the
100%.
garage.
So we do definitely have photos of us working on this, removing the engine from the black car that no longer exists and putting it into this car. It's the only time I've ever done an engine swap. Probably the only time you've ever done an engine swap as well, I'd imagine.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's really an interesting story with this one, and it still runs. That is incredible, and only 65,000 miles on the clock, which is pretty impressive. I'm pretty impressed with that.
No, I should point out, you're not getting your money back at this point. There's 65,000 miles on the orange car's clock.
Ah,
A few more on the engine.
of course. Usually it's the other way round. Usually you put a lower mileage engine in a high mileage body.
To be fair, I think it was only 80 or 90,000 on the engine.
Okay.
And given the amount of work that's been done on it, it may well still be one of the most reliable N42s in the UK.
Wow.
I mean, it runs.
It runs. Doesn't sound perfect, but it sounds good.
That's fine. She's warming up.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's firing on all cylinders.
It would be great to get her out a bit. I mean, the tyres are completely flat.
Yeah. Look how Asbo that exhaust is, by the way. I'm just going to show you the dash. There is, of course, an engine management light. I don't know if you can see that. There's 65,502 miles on the clock. So this is incredibly low mileage, and it's pretty nice inside. It's got this, I think, very rare, like vinyl side bolsters on the seats, which I believe came from the black car originally. And the rest of the interior looks really good condition. So for this engine having the reputation of being BMW's worst engine, not just because it's incredibly painfully slow, but also because it's unreliable, I'm very impressed that it runs. It's very, very well looked after, obviously, because you've completely rebuilt it. So I'm amazed that it is running so well as well. It doesn't sound absolutely perfect. It sounds like it needs good Italian tune-up at the very least, but yeah, I'm very impressed with that. So I think we should probably pull the car out. I know it's got flat tyres, but we can't do anything about that really at this point in time until we pull it out. So we'll just pull it out on flat tyres, see if we can pump the tyres up, and just give it a go up the drive and see if it goes, I suppose.
Go for it. I'm shocked it started as well. That was almost as satisfying as the time we started it together.
Yes.
When we popped the engine back in.
Insert clip of that now.
Right, 3,
Yeah.
2, 1.
Oh! Almost!
Maybe it just needs to get fuel to it?
Yeah, it's going to take a bit of turning over, I hope. No! No way! Right, I'll climb over. Oh, mold. Spiders. Grim. When you get in the car, you sort of realise how badly it's running. It's really rough. Brakes are seized. Brakes are seized.
Good, try harder.
I'm pretty sure it's running on 2 cylinders.
That's all right.
Sounds
like a lawnmower.
It sounds like a really powerful lawnmower. Actually, no, a really average lawnmower.
Oh, blimey. I'm lucky I didn't get ran over there.
Sorry. Well, hey!
Beautiful.
Disgusting. There's quite literally a spider in the steering wheel. A spider in the steering wheel.
Perhaps we should explain that when we took this car back from the when we drove this car back from the Isle of Wight, I was behind. Kyle drove this because at the time I think I was too young to get temporary insurance or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
So Kyle drove this back and I followed in a nicer car. And as I was following him, we had walkie-talkies and that's a radio. Kyle, there's some shit coming out the back of that car.
Yep.
And there was, I shit you not, maybe 5 meters of what looked like horsehair trailing behind him, which was, of course was the insulation from the back box.
And of course, being young and naive, we didn't know that, so we found that absolutely hilarious that there was just hair in the exhaust for whatever reason.
I mean, I think at some point we must have got over and snipped it off, right, so we could carry on.
Yes, of course. Insert clip of that now.
I'd be pleased if you can find that.
I hope I can find that.
How has this only just got back? You should have seen it when you were driving, man.
But yeah, it's running terribly, but it runs. So I don't know if you want to...
Let me give it a rev so you can hear this gorgeously custom tuned exhaust.
Yeah, custom tuned. Slapped together more like. Oh, Jesus. That smoked me out a bit. Do you know what? That sounds like an air-cooled VW engine,
It does.
but also
It does.
misfiring at the
And
same
it
time.
smells like hell.
It smells like an air-cooled VW engine. Yes, it's not healthy for a modern car. What is a modern-ish car? It's not having fun.
Gorgeous.
Pretty grim.
Really does take me back. I miss this thing.
Sorry to take it away from you.
Look at the amazing fly-eye job on the rear lights there.
Do you like the fly eye?
I think it helps the atrocious lights look a little less obvious.
Yeah, I personally prefer not.
I think these are
might be showing my age.
the facelifted
They
versions
are.
as well that I
Yeah.
swapped in because
The pre-facelift have like a Lexus style.
yeah, like
headlight, yeah.
clear
rear
and,
light.
and yeah,
They're clear,
horrible,
crystal
horrible.
sort of. Yeah,
So I mean, the red rear lights without the fly do look much better.
for sure.
But given the fact that this was and still is very much a rice machine,
Yeah.
I don't think the fly eye hurts.
No. It's very in keeping with the type of car this is, and B, what you've made it into as well.
Have you shown the
so.
camera how great these tints are?
No, I haven't.
100% limo tint.
100%. In fact, let's have a look, see how much you can see through the rear window. Just go back for comparison. Yeah, you can't see a lot out of that at night, can you? Definitely not.
No, I mean, I used to reverse park this with my head out the driver's window.
Do the rear parking sensors not work? I noticed
Well, they
that it has
they
them.
do. I said, well,
Okay. You just don't
they
trust
did,
them.
but no, I was never given any reason to trust them. Just like
Okay.
just like the handbrake.
Okay, yeah, got you. So before we pump up the tyres, Jack, do you want to tell us about some of the parts that came across from your original black car? And I'll insert some pictures now of what the black car looked like originally.
Sure, I hope we've got some of those as well. I'm sure we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll see what I can remember. I mean, first and most obviously are the wheels. These lovely BMW MV2s,
Nice.
which I can't remember where they came from, but definitely somewhere dodgy.
They do really set it off, actually. They suit it. They
Well,
do.
I mean, as you know, a good set of alloys makes any car look 100 times nicer.
Of course.
And the problem I had with these is that it was rub on one side. I think it was actually the driver's side, which on these cars is known to sit lower
Okay.
for some reason. Some people say the fuel tank.
Oh, okay.
I did try and do things about that. And in fact, one of the ways in which I ruined the black car's body was trying to roll the arches. I never did that on this one because I absolutely destroyed it.
Yes, I remember that.
But parts that came over, so you've got the nice M-Tech dimpled and grooved disc brakes in there, presumably some nice pads underneath the rust.
Yep, very rusty, but
There would also be some poly bushes underneath,
Okay.
and I think the springs and struts were probably relatively new.
Okay.
And for some ridiculous reason, I spared no expense when buying parts for this thing, or at least the previous one. You notice the Conti tyres,
Oh, yes.
mint condition.
Okay. Continental, yeah, they're Continentals, I'll give you that.
These black grills would have came over.
Yeah.
Obviously the engine and just about everything inside there.
The engine, the most impressive bit, has come over, yeah.
I seem to recall you having some sort of obsession with these.
Yes, I think I
They're-
quite like them, yeah.
Their LED indicator
Okay.
lights.
And are they progressive?
No, I don't think so. I think, well, yes, they're obviously third party because I just saw it flash.
Yes, yeah, of
But
course.
yeah, no, I think they're LED, and I seem to recall you might have even bought me those.
I might have bought them as a present, yeah.
Most of the interior was moved over,
Okay.
really. The steering wheel definitely was. That was most of this didn't come with the original car. I think the steering wheel I got off eBay.
Oh, because of course it's an M Sport steering wheel.
Yes,
Of course.
Most. This is possibly the most insulting car I could have put it in.
Yeah, of course.
but I did.
Of course.
The seats all came over.
Yeah.
The roof liner came over. Initially, this was a beige-coloured interior, which I absolutely hate. So the roof liner, in fact, sorry, that's a lie. The roof liner didn't come over. I bought the roof liner just for this car because the black one didn't have a sunroof, but I really wanted it to have the black interior.
Yes.
With with the black seats.
That's a lot of work.
It was a lot of work.
Yeah.
I spent many long nights on this car.
Yeah.
To not drive it and leave it here to rot.
Well, it's going to go to good use. It really, really is. And I love it. It's a sunroof model. That's pretty cool.
Should we see if it works?
Go for it. We may regret this, but go for it.
Well, when I did the roof liner, I'm pretty sure I oiled all the, all the moving parts, etc.
Okay.
So it's a bit gross, but it might stand a chance. Oh, there you go.
Ooh,
Beautiful.
fantastic.
That couldn't have moved. That couldn't have worked better. Also in here, this third-party Android head unit. Oh wow! This interface really takes me back.
Yeah, that's Android 4.4. I reckon.
Beautiful. Yeah. Well, this came over from the black car.
Okay.
It was a essential component given the massive sub that was in the back.
Oh yeah, of course.
If I scroll down this list, I'll probably find some of my phones and friends' phones from many years gone by.
Yeah, probably Kyle's iPhone in there somewhere.
Yeah, possibly. No doubt. I remember on this I had a button for the screensaver because it was distracting when I'd drive at night, which I often did.
Oh.
So I'd start the car and then I'd press that.
Oh, very clever. Okay.
These terribly wrapped trim bits came over from the black car.
Oh yeah.
I think all of this did actually because it was needed to fit the double din touchscreen.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And that might be almost it.
Well, that's a lot of parts, and especially the headlining and, well, of course, the engine being very difficult. You really did put a lot of time and effort into this.
I did. The number plate obviously came across.
Yeah, of course. Not straight, actually.
I tried my best.
Bothers me.
It bothered me an awful lot as well.
Yeah.
But once you've drilled a hole in the plate, it's...
yeah, you can't tell me that's straight, but anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, this is a good point, time to point this out, I suppose.
Yeah.
And
that looks atrocious.
As you remember, when we picked this car up, it had a massive wing on it.
And it was definitely another thing that wasn't straight. 100%.
Yes,
these holes
100%.
were not drilled
100%.
straight. You can see that. So.
The goal with this car was to wrap the whole thing. So I had put filler in it.
Yeah.
Which, hey, 5-6 years later, it might finally be dry.
Yes.
And
maybe.
I suppose just needs sanding down. I also blanked out the rear wiper.
Yeah.
Because it was one of the many things that I did in a desperate attempt to try and make this car look more attractive.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it works, and I think a little lip spoiler.
Yes.
I
Yes.
think
In fact, there
would be
might even
nice.
be one somewhere. My garage is full of spare parts for this car.
Well, let's see what we can find then. Yeah.
Yeah, I seem to remember seeing a orange lip somewhere,
Real.
along with the massively riced carbon fibre bumper that is definitely still in my garage.
That
You're welcome to that.
we will come to. That is very, very kind, and we very much appreciate that.
It's not going to go on any of my newer cars.
No, it wouldn't fit, I wouldn't imagine. Yeah, so let's pump up the tyres and I guess give it a quick spin up the drive. So I'm not actually sponsored by Rick or anybody at the moment that will provide me a tyre pump. If anyone wants to sponsor me, let me know. But this Ring tyre pump is actually very, very good. It's battery powered and pumps it up really quick. I mean, this was on 3 PSI when we started. We've been pumping it for maybe a minute and we're already at 21. So it's pretty good. Do recommend.
I wonder if it'll have enough battery to pump all 4 up.
Well, that'll be the real test, is if it can pump all 4 tyres up on one charge. Let's find out, I suppose. I'm going to put a link down in the description for this tyre pump because it is absolutely excellent. It has pumped up all of these tyres, which were pretty much all completely flat, and it still has 2 bars of battery left. So that is really impressive. So it's almost time to give this car a drive for the first time in 5 years. So I'm going to give the interior a bit of a wipe down to get rid of some of the mildew and moss or the mould or whatever from the interior. But before we do that, I just want to say about a discussion we just had whilst the tyres were pumping up. Something we remembered that I completely forgot about, I think you've forgotten about as well. On the way back from the Isle of Wight, it ran almost exactly like this on 2, maybe 3 cylinders, and it was an actual mission to get it back. If I've got a clip of it, or picture or video or whatever, I'll insert it here, but if not, we'll explain it. So
I can't remember what I was driving, but it was definitely a much more normal car.
yes.
And I remember trying to kind of clear a gap in front of you
Yes.
on the downhill bit, so you could gain up some speed and have a chance of going up the inclines.
Absolutely.
And you must have been at no faster than 35, 40 on the motorway at some point.
At some points, it got a bit dangerous, I'm not going to lie. What was originally 115 horsepower, obviously running on 2 cylinders, it was probably more like 30 at times.
Maybe 2 Labrador power or something like that.
Something like that. Like uphill, it actually decelerated significantly. It was like driving something from the 60s.
I think we should tell your viewers that we live in the Midlands, so it's quite the trek from,
Yes,
where was it, Dover? No,
Southampton
Southampton.
up to where we live in Warwickshire. Yes, it was quite the trip, and it was definitely very hairy, let's say. Right, let's give the interior a bit of a wipe down so that we can actually sit in it, and we'll give it the first drive it's had in 5 years.
Nothing wrong with a bit of mould.
Pretty sure there's certain diseases you can get, legionnaires, and stuff like that, maybe. I don't know.
Extra flavour.
Ignorance is bliss. Sorry to ruin your nice mitt. I really appreciate you letting me borrow that.
It was used last for cleaning down a plaster wall which had been sanded. So it's not a car wash mitt anymore.
So slightly cleaner than what we're doing now then.
It's been in the washing machine since.
Oh, okay. Do you know what? For a car that sat for 5 years, this is very, very good. The steering wheel, understandably, is mouldy, but it's very, very impressive. However, if there's any doubt at all that this has been sat for 5 years, let me just show you momentarily where it came from. You can certainly see the mold, well, the moss and the dirt that is accumulated around it, and actually the driveway underneath it is pretty clean, other than some oil stains, which no doubt came from this car. Give it a good old rub. Ooh. Wipers work. Right, okay, I think that's good enough to take it for a test drive. Air-cooled VW life.
Well, there's definitely some interesting noise coming from one of the rear wheels. What a car. It's like a cross between something a impoverished boy racer would drive and something that Grandad might take down to the shops.
Yes.
I mean, it really is. It's, you know, not only mechanically, but an interesting aesthetic cross between a BMW and a Rover.
Okay.
How does she drive?
Surprisingly, seems to have a little bit more power than it sounds like it
It
has.
seems when you get up there with the revs, actually, it kind of feels a bit more natural.
Yeah. I've taxed worse.
Oh, those brakes are quality.
They're getting better. Should probably think about putting our seatbelt on, although we're not going on the road yet.
Yes. Until this point, this is all a private drive.
So should we reverse it back up the private drive?
Well, legally speaking, yes.
Right, let's do that then.
Oh my God.
It's now flashing the engine management light.
Good.
Brilliant.
So that means it's extra broken.
Oh, it's now stopped. It's fine.
That actually means critical error. Stop
Right.
engine immediately.
Oh, good.
But it's fine because it's solid now, which means normal BMW operating conditions.
Back where she belongs, probably. Let's pull it back forward just to check if we've got a flat. Annoyingly, we haven't bought another tyre or wheel or anything for that if it has got an immediate flat again. So we'd probably have to reuse it another day, if that's the case.
At least we know it runs. This one's all right. We look okay.
How strange. Okay.
Definitely felt like a flat tyre.
They seem all okay. So I'm happy with the results so far. The tyres aren't flat. The only thing I would say is it is running on 2 cylinders, maybe even 1 cylinder. It probably is about as fast as a 1-cylinder 50cc moped. I was going flat out, you probably couldn't tell, down this private driveway just now, and it went nowhere. So it probably is a little bit genuinely dangerously slow to drive. So I think what we'll do is we'll come back a bit more prepared, which for you guys will be in a few moments, but for us it'll probably be in a couple of days' time, and hopefully get this thing running a bit better, and we'll drive it straight to the MOT station so we don't have to get it recovered, because like with all things on the Wheels on Wheels YouTube channel, we do things for as cheap as possible, and recovery is not cheap. So I'll catch you guys in a moment when we do that.
As you can see, there was a change of plan. Instead, we called in a favour from a friend and used their car transporter to bring it back to the Wheels workshop, since it realistically wasn't going to pass an MOT if I'd driven it straight to the testing station.
As you would have just seen, we've now transported the car back here to the Wheels workshop, and I want to say a huge thank you to James from Van Store for letting us use his car transporter and for taking the time out of his day to help us bring it back here. So if you guys need any sort of van, make sure to check out Van Store. And I also want to say a huge thank you to Jack, of course, for selling me the car and for being such a good sport with the video and being involved. Right, I think it's about time to pull the car back out, even though I've just parked it in there, and pressure wash it, I think. Let's get those cobwebs off. Oh! It's all of a sudden started running better. I think that's running on 4 cylinders. Oh, it wants to live. Listen to this. That sounds so much better. That sounds so much better. I didn't do anything. It just fixed itself. Fantastic. It's a few days later now because I forgot to film an outro after I gave the car a quick wash. As you can see, it's now in the garage, looking much, much cleaner. Now all there is left to do is decide what we're going to do with this thing. Do I make the N42 engine run properly and turbocharge it, or supercharge it maybe? Or do I just swap the engine out, throw the original engine in the bin, and put something much bigger, more powerful in, like an M54 6-cylinder 3-litre engine or something like that? Let me know what you guys think I should do down in the comment section below. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe to the channel, give the video a like, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.